Being gray, there's ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me reap the flames I grow. You probably think that I'm ungodly, but I ain't that though. But I ain't here to fight fair. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands will do. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands will do. We ain't even. Man, submit when you daydreaming. Came needing to eat, I ain't eating in 8 weeks. And my mouth's watering like I stay teeth. And you can't reason with the animal that's loose and my brain's tweaking. You don't really know me. If you think you do get amnesia, got a problem, I'm subtracting you like a mad teacher. I'm that lethal like a threat to a mass preacher. I send you up to Christ if you crossing your act even. Preparation means opportunity, maybe. Being great is ambiguity, baby. Too much at stake for your foolery, ain't it crazy? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, you won't faze me. You ain't really hard like you.
We've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Nighthawks of Houston taking on the Chicago Bears. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. In motion left, Bateman. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Bears in trouble to start play, 6-8 on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. But you look at this defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at about the 14. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Etienne to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32, a play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll look to throw again. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where a play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, dump that play, and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game. The coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few away so far in this game. And now it brings up 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Dashing through the snow. How about this? And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 79 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. We saw the forecast snow, didn't know how it would affect this game. Right there, the offensive ball carrier is showing it's not affecting him too much.
I just remember us walking into the booth from outside. We were going very slowly, weren't we, making sure we had our footing? The offensive player always has the advantage in this situation. He knows where he's going. For the defensive guys trying to react, much tougher.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be out of bounds. That would good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another 1st down run right there.
Here we go, here we go. Go check, go check.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone. And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out. Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense. I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either. Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready. Smash.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Come on.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right? It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 26-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now,
Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. In motion goes the tight end. Short throw caught by Pitts. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind out the first down.
A gain of 6. And the Bears first down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
10 at the 16-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Travis Etienne. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Nighthawks have got it back to within a score. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Seven Pirates.
2nd and 5. Rashad Bateman. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 112 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On the ball, man.
Hands it off out of the gun. Down as they bring him down.
Out there, through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Buffalo 18.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ready? 18 Rattler. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat. Go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Back to throw now on first down. Throw left side. There's London. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Rig alert!
They'll set up to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. It is fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Blake. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's back. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
22 yards there, a first down.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
Didn't he? Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82. And the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. A very solid gain of 27. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Etienne up the middle. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 9 now. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll run with Etienne. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. Touchdown! Travis Etienne with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Nighthawks have cut it back within a score.
Brandon, that's what I call an oak tree play. That quarterback just stood in there, absorbed the hit, and still was able to deliver the ball downfield.
This time, the extra point up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Come on.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. That's out quickly to Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
19 tight.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Short throw caught by Pitts. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw here. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll run with Etienne. And this time he is in. Travis Etienne with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Nighthawks have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. Here's a toss coming right. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd down and 4. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides. Look at him go. Touchdown, Chicago. Kyle Pitts, 73 yards. And the Bears use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tightrope. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Beck. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
What about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dive defense, breaking into the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Well, they bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Warriors 70. Mustang 19. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Hurt. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And that will set them up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
that'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's caught. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently. Right?
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, that's going to be a costly run. It's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Taking it right down Broadway. He's got a full head of steam on his horse. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 97 yards. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Here's 1st down.
16 yards. 1st down, Houston.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left. And this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. And got his man complete. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk